I feel bad for our fans at home because we just don't have any personality when we play at home. And we're a heck of a fun team when we're playing on the road, and I got to change the routine. I got to change something because I really feel bad for our fans. They come every game. They are loyal. They're great in the crowd. They try to stay supportive, and we just keep laying eggs at home. And it's got to change. And when we're focused and tough, and I think when we have them, we have them with us in a hotel, and I have the team, and we're focused, and we're all on the same page. We're a very good basketball team. So that was one of our worst performances of the year. I don't want to take anything away from Syracuse. Obviously, they're an NCAA team, and they got a defense that really separates you. So good job by their staff of making adjustments at halftime. But the way we started that second half, that's got to be on me. I don't have the solution just now, but believe me, I'll work my butt off to find that solution because the start of the second half was the entire ball game there, and we just never recovered.
Caprice, how do you analyze this? You guys got off the 10-2 start, and you're very much in it at halftime. What happened?
Yeah, like Coach said, we had a bad start the second half. We can play a lot better. We can play a lot harder. That's just something that we have to control ourselves. That's something that we have to do and bring from within ourselves.
Katie, how much is there a scouting report thing happening with, I know Caprice earlier this year had 3 straight games, 20 points, and then maybe they adjusted to her with Motley, had some great games, tonight only 5 points. Is that a scouting report thing or just failure to be consistent?
Well, I do think that Caprice got a ton of attention after she burst onto the scene. She really did. But, tonight was a game where there's a zoning, trapping, gapping team. So Caprice does a great job of, and she hunted her shots. She shot fake, pull up, and all you got to do is get them to react and get yourself in those gaps and hit those shots, and that lends to her game. She didn't get the basket tonight, but she got those pull-ups. So that's partly good. It was a good game for her to get in those gaps. She does a great job. She's one of the best mid-range players. Motley, tonight, I think we had her at the top too much because we were turning it over so much that really I trust Motley, but I couldn't move her around because whenever I put someone else up at the top, we turned it over. So now Motley, the entire defense just could stare at her the whole game. So it was a matter of, did we want a live ball turnover or do we want to Motley scoring? But every time I moved her around, we turned it over at the top, and they got a layup. So that was, I feel like her teammates needed to handle it a little bit more so we could free her up to score a little bit.
Because it wasn't like she missed a ton. She only took 5 shots.
Nope. Yep. And she only had 1 turnover in 30 minutes, but we had a lot of turnovers when we replaced her up there.
Caprice, what about that sort of same line of questioning? When you had those 3 20-point games, did you feel a shift, and how have you had to try to adjust to what the defenses are now doing to you?
I'm just trying to do whatever it is that I have to do for us to win. At the end of the day, it's not about what the stat sheets say for me. It's about the stat sheets saying if we won or if we lost. So if it's Miley or if it's Ray Ray or if it's Crystal, I don't really care too much about the scoring. I just care about us winning.
Caprice is a heck of a competitor, and I think you saw that tonight. She was the one with personality and emotion, and and I really went with her. I really appreciated her tonight because I thought she was really the only fiery kind of personality we had on the court tonight.
Is that the thing? Because a lot of coaches want balance, and you seem to have a balanced team. You had 9 different players. All 9 of your players have led in scoring one night or another. But
is that the positive that came out of tonight?
But is it you want to have then with the sort of the argument of balance where you have that star power of that one player that can count on game in, game out?
I just think you coach, what you have, and we do have certain players like Crystal can really light it up, but, it's a matter of us reversing the ball to where she's not as effective off the dribble as, let's say, Caprice. So, it's what the team's giving, and then we sort of lend our shots. We get what we can. I thought coming off the FSU game, and our post players were just so dominant and just killed that zone with their interior passing. For us to only have 6 assists tonight against a team that basically dares you to have assists. They dare you. They pressure the ball. They'll send 2 to the ball, which means if you're a great passing team, you're going to have numbers behind it. And for us to only have 6, I thought for us to win, we'd have to have near our high assist total on the year, and this is, I think, our low. And that's why I'm so frustrated because it wasn't like we were surprised by anything. It must have felt different in the game than I thought it would in the preparation. Just 6 assists is unacceptable. It's unacceptable.
Katie, you have this played a lot of ranked teams, and now you're in this stretch, which obviously every team in the ACC is a good team, but you're having this stretch with unranked teams. Is this where you thought we can make some hay here?
Yeah, I thought that there weren't very many teams that had 3 out of 4 finishing the season when you're exhausted and you get to come home and kind of rejuvenate and get your legs fresh. So I really thought we needed to take advantage of this game. You know, we've had some surprising road wins. I don't mean surprising like whatever, but if you looked at your schedule before the season, you said, oh, that's a tough one. At Carolina, at Florida State, that's a tough one. And we picked those up. But then some of the home games where it would be 50-50 game like Syracuse, Georgia Tech, we hadn't picked them up. I mean, we beat ranked opponents, and then we need to. You're right, but Syracuse should be ranked. They're very good. They're very good. They got great scores. I mean, when you see them on film, and they are talented in every position. They've really. I told Q before the game, you've really added to the league. I mean, they've really elevated our league. They've averaged 23 wins the last 5 seasons. I mean, they're a big time program. But I thought our game plan we had them, and then we just. That's right. We didn't control what we could control. There's a great opponent every night. But our game plan we did not do tonight.
Caprice, what about what Coach said as far as she feels maybe you're not as focused on home games as you are on the road? Do you agree with that?
I think, in a sense, when we go away and we do something good, we do something well, we execute the game plan, we relax. So when we come back home, we relax, like, okay, we're going to get this one. We just played well. We're expecting that same team to come out without the same preparation. The coaching staff puts together a tremendous scouting report and a tremendous preparation for the games, and we just get to relax after we do something well, I think.
Too complacent?
Yeah.
Coach, you guys got off to a nice start, went up, I think it was 17-9, and tapped to the 3 for them. They switched into a 1-2-2 full court. You committed 7 turnovers over the next 8 minutes, including 2 shot clock violations. They kind of got back into the game, took the lead at the half. How significant was that portion of the game?
Well, you know what, we needed I think at that point too, didn't we have 4 starters on the bench with foul trouble? I mean, there's another factor to that, which was we had 5 people with 2 fouls in the first half. So then you come out of that really saying, okay, I looked up, I said, geez, we don't have that many players this year, but I can tell you that lineup that was out there doesn't play together much in games, and I don't know if they ever had. We had Mariah Brown out, so we had Jazz, and people were playing out of position, so that was a little bit disjointed as well. And so that's another point to that stretch right there. Yep.
Anything else, guys?
Thank you. Thank you, Katie. Thank you, Caprice.